You're listening to Heart to Heart with Saima, the podcast show for people searching for that courageous person within us who wants to be inspired by listening to ordinary people doing extraordinary things. This is your host, Saima Dhillon. Thank you for watching. Let's dive right in. Self-love. Self-love has to do with your love for yourself. I feel that self-love is the most important emotion, the most important love. It is self-love, love for yourself. The love that you give yourself, cherishing yourself, your emotions, your mental health, your physical well-being, your boundaries. Self-love helps you create boundaries. It helps you make sure that your rights, your feelings, your wishes, everything about you is respected. It gives you, I feel it is self-love, where you do put yourself first, gives you that courage to make sure that everyone around you respects your boundaries. Everyone needs to have self-love. I'm coming from that culture, a culture that is just based on where it's considered selfish to love yourself or to put yourself first. I have a women empowerment group. It's called Women of Noor. Have like 2,600 women on the group. And whenever I go on there and I'm preaching and I'm telling women to put themselves first and to make yourself your own number one priority. There are times when women, they cannot understand what I'm saying because 70% of the women on the group are Southeast Asian, and they are coming from that culture where it's always like to love yourself is selfish. But I say no. Loving yourself is not selfish. Putting yourself first is not selfish. Making you your number one priority is not selfish. For the simple reason that when you feel fulfilled, when you feel loved, all these emotions, the core of these emotions, it is self-love. The love you feel for yourself. Because that love right there will define what is within you, what fills you up from within internally. Is literally, those are the emotions that you will give out. Your own cup, when it gets filled up with love, respect for yourself, it overflows. And when it overflows, that overflow is basically what makes everything else around you fertile, flow with love. That's what you spread. But when you yourself leave your feelings, you leave your own bucket, your own cup unfilled, how are you going to have anything to give to anyone else from a place of emptiness? When there's nothing in there, what will you give? You have nothing to give. Because what we are consumed with, what we have within, is what we give out. If you have unconditional love for yourself, then basically that is what you're going to give out to other people as well. If you have hatred for yourself, then basically that hatred is what will overflow. Loneliness, hatred, self-loathing, despising yourself, whatever those feelings are, emotions are, you can only give to others from a place of love, strength, courage, self-love, unconditional love. You can only give to others what you have within you. What consumes you is what you give out. Make time for yourself. And self-love doesn't have anything to do with gender. Self-love has to do with each and every individual. Loving yourself, because when you love yourself, you will love others. It's not selfish for you to think about yourself. Make time for yourself. What is it? Make a list of what you love to do. And then make time to do that. Make time for yourself, by yourself, just on your own. As much as I love my family, as much as I love my daughters, as much as I love my family time, the time that I spend with myself, by myself, is time that I just truly relish. It's time for me to listen to my internal sounds, to my internal music. See if I'm in balance. So I can hear what is off, if something is offbeat, if something is not sounding right. Just like your car. You know, you have all these sounds and checks and balances. Everything around you, right, requires checks and balances. And basically, that's what the time that you spend with yourself, listening to yourself and your sounds, it's literally the same thing. You are self-aware, you're developing self-awareness, you're developing awareness of your internal well-being, your emotional well-being, your mental well-being. That's what needs to be done. You need to spend time with yourself. Do you need for me to wait?
Yeah, I wanted to keep going. It's all right the first time. If it keeps going, I was just like,
You'll be able to edit it, right?
yeah. The first one you'll hear it, but it won't be as bad because it's not picking up as much. But you will hear it a tiny bit.
So, do you?
I would just keep it in. People know that things happen. Just don't try to be super perfect. They know.
Oh, okay.
Phones go off sometimes.
Okay.
Just finish.
So at the end of the day, the bottom line is that self-love is you watering your own plant. The more you feed, the more it will blossom. Yes, that has to do just that emotion of love, but it also has to do with self-love. What you have within is what you will give out. Take care of yourself. Make a mental note. Write down a list. Make a list of things that you need yourself to nurture you, to nourish you, for your self-fulfillment. Whatever it is, I mean, is it travel? Is it going something as small as just going out and eating ice cream by yourself? Just going outside and just spending time with yourself, going for a drive with loud music, roll the windows down. So something as minor or something grand indulging yourself, buying something for yourself. Make time for yourself, make time for self-love. As always, this is Saima Dhillon signing off. Thank you for watching. I'm so grateful that you make the time out of your busy schedule to watch Heart to Heart with Saima, sharing stories of ordinary people doing extraordinary things. If my words are something you resonate with, if they may make any difference in your life, hit share. Do let other people know. Share the message. Let's touch lives together. Help me. Let's do it together. Signing off, Saima Dhillon.